Alright everyone, once again, apologies for the delay on this video, and obviously it's the last of the whole marathon of summing up 2019, looking into this year, as in these videos once again were filmed last year, so I may be referring to 2019 as the current time and year. Obviously it's 2020 right now, and well, this is the last of it looking into this year. Enjoy, people. Alright everyone, well, let's wrap up this whole marathon, looking again into the year 2020, most anticipated video games of 2020. Yep, it's only a top 10 this time, so let's get to it, shall we? Starting with number 10, Diablo 4. Yes, I finally got myself into this series, and, well, I played the third one, which got re-released on Nintendo Switch, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it so far. At least most of it is pretty damn good, and it's a fun hack and slash RPG-ish type game where you rank up and, you know, get yourself XP points, and it's a lot of blood and violence and pretty awesome dialogue and everything like that. You know, gotta be into this kind of stuff, and I certainly got into it too as well, so I'm definitely looking forward to this one and seeing how it could take the series into the next level, hopefully. Only going to be available so far on Xbox One and PS4. Nintendo Switch version hasn't been confirmed, but who knows? It's possible. Maybe if the graphics are a lot better, it's probably maybe not be capable of handling it on a Nintendo hybrid console, but who knows? Could happen, maybe not. All I know is, definitely going to check this one out. More violence, more blood, and more adventure. Number 9. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Yes, a bit of a cheat being that, well, most of the LEGO Star Wars games that were released previously, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, but that's as far as they got with the LEGO Star Wars games based off the movies. Yep, nothing for Last Jedi, or the newest film, The Rise of the Skywalker, but thankfully this is going to obviously tie the loose ends and finish it off pretty much. Obviously no Clone Wars, and nothing for Rogue One, which I wish they would throw in there. There was plenty of action in there, but you know what? This is going to leave me plenty satisfied, and any Star Wars fan, even if you didn't like the last two Star Wars movies, still, hey, you know what? Star Wars Episode 1 and 2 wasn't great, but the games, it didn't stop them from being good. I mean, they were still pretty enjoyable. I'm not sure if it's going to have actual spoken dialogue. That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to hearing Jar Jar Binks' annoying, obnoxious voice, being that they're probably going to update this. But yeah, it's pretty good that they're finally finishing it up, which they should have years ago, you know? But it's also a good thing that they're taking their time just to make sure this is a great, playable, fun game. Going to be available on multiple consoles, including the Nintendo Switch, which is the one I'm definitely going to go for. And count on me on that one. It's going to come out this year, as far as I know. If not, well, maybe it'll be worth the wait even more. All I know is, may the Force be with this in LEGO form. Number 8. Skull and Bones. Yes, get ready for this, people. You're going to hear and see a lot on this list that I've anticipated the last couple of years, and of course that have suffered delays, and this is one of several of them. I can't say how much more I'm interested in seeing this game into development. I don't know what's going on with it. All I know is it's about pirates, wars, and everything like that. I'm hoping it's like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and, well, I'm hoping it's even more than that, in fact, you know? So, I'm hoping for online multiplayer, being that this is only going to be on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One once again because of the graphics and everything like that. I don't expect a Nintendo Switch release if it ever gets to release it. If it does, it probably won't be till later on, and the graphics probably won't be as good. So, yeah, I'm sounding like a broken record on that too as well. But all I could say is, ARG. Make this one happen, mateys. Number 7. Gods and Monsters by Ubisoft, the same company that's famous for the Assassin's Creed franchise, which I know has had its ups and downs over the years. But anyway, this game is going to be based around mythological creatures, and you play as a Greek hero trying to save the Greek gods from Greek monsters and battle up and everything like that. So I'm hoping it's, well, it looks, judging by the cover of it, it's going to be a little cartoony. And I have played this kind of game, you know, with Greek mythology and everything like that, so I'm hoping it's kind of got a little bit of Kid Icarus vibes mixed in with Assassin's Creed vibes, being that, once again, as I said, it's made by Ubisoft, and we can expect some good action and characters and familiar faces that I've read out of Greek mythology, and I've watched a couple of movies that have to do with Greek mythologies, like the Percy Jackson franchise, Clash of the Titans, both the original and remake, and the sequel, which I know was not great, but still, this is an interesting concept, and I'm hoping they can master this, so don't let us down, Ubisoft. Yes, this is not only going to be available for PS4 and Xbox One, but also for a Nintendo Switch. That alone makes it all worth the while, and I'm hoping that this one will be the Greek god of awesomeness. Number 6, Bayonetta 3. Yes, another one that I anticipated, well, not once, but twice before, and I'm hoping maybe this year, or maybe next year, or the year after, it'll get released. It's been confirmed it's going to continue this franchise, and as far as I know, it's only going to be Nintendo Switch, being that they re-released the first and second one on Nintendo Switch to keep us busy. But you know what? We're still waiting. This is an awesome hack-and-slash beat-em-up franchise with a hot chick, witch lady that is. It has the most awesome load screens, and I'm hoping for the best out of this one. Keep it going, Sega. Don't let us down. Number 5. Metroid Prime 4, yep, another one, and boy, oh boy, am I sounding like a broken record already, and this ain't going to be the last of these that I've anticipated in previous years, because there's going to be more coming, obviously, so, yep, I ain't got much to say. Metroid, once again, is a Nintendo-only franchise, and Metroid Prime 4, I'm hoping is better than Metroid the Other M. Even though I sort of enjoyed that game, it's not as good as the original Prime trilogy. It is a little different from it, you know, and it's not as good story-wise either, as well as gameplay, but it's still playable. But anyway, I'm hoping this one brings Metroid back to its prime. Let's hope that Nintendo can continue that legacy, make Metroid great again. Especially on Nintendo Switch, being able to play it not only at home, but also on the go. Number 4, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Yes, one of the greatest Zelda games and greatest Nintendo Switch / Nintendo Wii U games of all time is getting a sequel. I can't promise, and I'm sure it ain't gonna come out this year, but that would be awesome. But then again, let Nintendo take their sweet time with this one. Remember how long it took for the first Breath of the Wild game to release? I mean, we waited impatiently, but holy shit did it pay off. I'm hoping for this one to be just as good, if not even better. More boss fights, more stuff to do in the game. I mean, the first one was just so huge. Even with the DLC, it made it even better. Or even without it, it was great too as well. So, take your time, Nintendo. I can't promise once again that this will release. I won't be disappointed if it's not, but again, that's why I'm not including it super high up on the list, you know, like, because obviously there's still a few more choices on this list that I'm anticipating over this one. So, won't be surprised if it's pushed till next year or even the year after. But don't disappoint us, Nintendo. This franchise is still just as strong as ever. Number 3, Doom Eternal. Yes, the sequel to Doom, the 2016 sequel / reboot, that I thought was going to suck, judging by the trailers, but thankfully it didn't. It had updated graphics and everything like that, but at the same time, it also kept itself fresh and familiar and fun. And violent, guns and everything like that. It was anything any Doom fan really wanted. In fact, I thought it was even better than Doom 3. But this game, on the other hand, is going to be a direct sequel, which, well, got delayed from last year to this year. So I'm guessing that's obviously put the finishing touches to it. And just in case you're wondering, the Nintendo Switch port is not going to release at the same time as the PS4 and Xbox One and PC version, unfortunately. So we're going to have to wait on that one. So I might go for the PS4 one, or I might just wait for the Nintendo Switch one, which I think is going to be a little inferior, being, you know, because of course the version on Switch was good, but it was missing a few things that the other versions of the game had. But it was good, and I think this one's going to be just as good. So let's continue the awesomeness of this first-person shooter. I mean, Doom was the one that pretty much started the whole first-person shooter genre, at least in my opinion. So let's make it awesome. Keep it going. Number 2, The Avengers. Yes, okay. To answer your question simply, which I'm sure you all have, no, this is not movie licensed, even though there's been a shit ton of Avenger movies, and most of them were pretty damn awesome. And to keep it plain and simple, this is going to be its own thing. And I'm expecting it to be, judging by the trailers, even though it has most of the characters that most of you are familiar with by watching the movies, and you can't help but compare it to those, it's going to be more like how the Arkham games did for the Batman series. It's going to do like the Spider-Man game for PS4 did for the Spider-Man universe and everything like that. It's going to have all the characters and everything that you're familiar with, but it's going to do its own thing. Story-wise, is the Avengers compound for some reason is going to be in San Francisco, not in New York, and that's where all hell breaks loose, and then the Avengers jump into action. I'm hoping for the best out of this one. The trailers look awesome. It's, as far as I know, it's going to come out in September this year. Only for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. No Nintendo Switch, which I'm not really surprised. I'm assuming either there's licensing issues or, well, compatibility issues and stuff. You know, capability with the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I'm only going to assume it's going to be a big map, being able to go all these places. I'm hoping it's not just one city. I'm hoping you go all over the world and everything like that to do all missions and everything. I played the Lego Avengers game based on the movie, but this is taking it hopefully to a whole new level, so don't let us down. Make this just as good, if not even better than the Spider-Man game, on that same level, and the Arkham games and everything like that. Make a great Marvel Avengers game, that's all I'm asking for. Not every great comic book game has to be movie licensed. Just make it awesome. And the number one video game that I'm anticipating for this year, you've already seen it in previous lists, people. The Last of Us Part 2. Yeah. And I heard it might actually be coming out this year. I might be wrong, it might be pushed again for another year, but I don't have to further explain the delays on this game will help it. I mean, the first game was a huge hit on PlayStation, obviously PlayStation only exclusive, as well as this one will be, you know, being that, well, it's a Sony exclusive. I don't have to explain that, just like God of War, just like Uncharted series. This game was probably the best zombie killing game. Might I dare say better than Resident Evil. The characters, the graphics, the story, the gameplay, it was all just so perfected beyond belief. Just watch my review on the first one, and I don't have to further explain why I love the shit out of this game and why I think this game is going to hopefully develop the characters even more, bring more to the franchise. Well, being that this is going to make it a franchise, unless you count the DLC as making it a franchise in general, but I think this game is going to do great, seeing how all the time and effort and delays that it's going through. Don't ever think of that as a bad thing, people. Think of that as Sony and Naughty Dog being like Nintendo, putting the finishing touches to it, making it a great, playable experience, unlike none other. The first game was great, like I said. Let's hope this one is just as great, if not even better. Give us The Last of Us Part 2 that all us gamers want to experience. So, that's my list right there, people. Until next time, well, happy gaming. Let's hope for a great year, 2020. The year of the Neon Knight Riders.